Hi, everyone. Just giving you greetings from beautiful Jamaica. How are you doing today? I'm just waiting for more people to come on because we're going to have a lovely conversation. Hi, Hans. I am here. I've started. Thanks for tuning in. For those who are just joining in, just leave your name, leave where you're streaming in from. You know the drill, right? We want to know who you are. So leave your name in the comment box and leave where you are streaming in from. Hans, where are you streaming in from? Is that your name? All right. So as the numbers pick up, I'm going to start soon. Just waiting for everyone to come on. I hope everyone is just happy today, having a lovely time, enjoying themselves as they go along. Um, Life, you know how it is in 2020. It has been a very unpredictable year so far, but you know how it goes. We got to put one foot in front of the next and move forward. Hans, your name is Norbek and you're from Kazakhstan? Are you kidding me? Welcome all the way from Kazakhstan. Wow. Special welcome to you. Hi, Anne-Marie from Kingston. Hi, one and all. Share the video with your friends and let others know that we're going to be talking about a very important topic today. We're going to be talking about the IELTS preparation course and how you can go to Canada once you've passed that IELTS course, right? Hi, Venice. I love it. Venice Jones. She is a Jamaican, but she's living in Montserrat. Hi, Venice. I love meeting people that have my same name. All right, so before I talk about the IELTS preparation course, I wanted to say thank you all to the viewers. You guys have tuned in every week to hear me talk to someone, a guest speaker, somebody that's promoting something, and you have racked up the viewership on my channel, both on my YouTube channel and on my Live with Venice channel. Our viewership has skyrocketed. So during this quarantine time, I know the teachers were all looking forward to hearing every week who I will be taking on and hearing about the good news that teachers around the world are doing, right? And mostly highlighted teachers from Jamaica or the Caribbean. But going forward, I'm going to see how best I can reach out to the international educator community. And hey, we can always know what's going on in Kazakhstan, right? Nurbek, we can always know what's going on that side of the world. We can know what's going on in Japan, in China, in France, in Spain, and even in South America where we have the Colombians and the Costa Ricans. So I am going to be reaching out to the international community so that we can all be educated as to what is going on there. So look forward to more videos, more interviews, more interactions like that. I'm going to take a break for the rest of August. And I'm going to start back in September, bright and early when we're ready to go back to school. And I want to highlight how teachers across the world are coping with going back to school and managing the classroom, the COVID classroom, if I may say so myself. And I also want to hear from you. Hi, Sade. Is it Sade or Shade? Let me know how it's pronounced. Hi, Sade from Jamaica. I wanted you guys to write in the comment box, how are you preparing as teachers for September? What are you doing? What are the steps that you're taking to prepare for your students in your particular country? and let me know what's going on. Hi, Shelly-Ann, tuning in from St. Catherine. Hi, Shelly-Ann. So let me know what you guys are doing and how you are preparing. Maybe we can learn from each other and calm each other's nerves, because I know many of us are nervous. And I want to ask a specific question. Are you planning to send your child back to school in September? Between you and me, I am kind of weighing my options. I'm not sure if I want to send him back to the public classroom. I may just keep him at home and do a combination of homeschool and online classes. But the way things are going, I'm just weighing my options as I see what's going on here in my country, Jamaica. What about your country? What are you planning to do with your child? And how are you preparing for the classroom coming in September? All right. I just want to make a disclaimer. Okay, Norbeck says he's currently working online via Zoom, and in September he still will be working online. So, yeah, absolutely. Listen, we got to do what we got to do. We have to protect each ourselves and protect our family and our loved ones. Um, he says most schools will be closing Kazakhstan. So even in September, schools will be closed. Hi, Venice. Venice says, for me, I am preparing for both virtual and face-to-face, just in the event we get more active cases here. How are things in Montserrat? I think I saw where Montserrat numbers were really high. Let me know, Venice. Am I correct regarding that? I think it was Montserrat that I saw. And I was like, wow, for a small island, those numbers are really high. Oh, you guys have zero cases. Okay, maybe another country I was seeing. There was another country though in the Caribbean, not Jamaica, not Trinidad. And I was saying, for that small Caribbean country, those cases seem to be significantly higher than even our cases here in Jamaica. So for now, Jamaica, we have about 1,000 and say 70 cases maybe. I did not check the numbers this morning, but we're over 1,000, and it's going up every day. So I am just trying to weigh my options and see how best I can. I just want to do the best thing for my family and for people around me, because remember, when you protect yourself, you're protecting others too. So remember the social distancing guidelines, remember the mask, remember to wash your hands often and to use your hand sanitizers. Anguilla, maybe it is Anguilla in Venice. I am not sure, but there was a Caribbean country that had me concerned when I saw their numbers. I was like, that's way too high for a Caribbean country that's so small. So let us just be aware of that. All right. So I have a special guest for you today. I know I did not promote it. Okay. I did not promote it. I did not promote him, but I do have a special guest from an employment agency. So I know people are always asking, okay, you're here, you're promoting the IELTS course. People should do the IELTS course, pass it, and then what? All right. For for Happy Teachers, we are a full package deal. We can't just teach you and train you and then leave you like that. We have to help you to be placed, right? So I do have someone from an employment agency who will be placing workers in Canada, and he'll be coming on soon. So I'm just talking to you while he gets himself together and gets on. Let me just give him an alert, let him know that I'm online and waiting for him. I'm going to talk a little bit more about the course, the sections, and the amount, the course prices that I'll be doing. Now, people, let me tell you, I don't necessarily teach students IELTS. You get me? I don't necessarily teach students IELTS. I teach teachers. I train the teachers on how to teach IELTS to their students. That's what I do actually. Understand? So I was asked by a friend of mine. Well, she's become a friend. She's the principal director of SMTC, and it's just a local training agency here in Jamaica. And she asked me to come and train her batch of, not train, but teach her batch of students because they will be going to Canada by the end of the year. And I said, okay, let me do it. Like I said, I don't normally do it, but she asked and I obliged and I went. And I loved it. I mean, it was a great class and the students loved it too. So I said, okay, let me start again by teaching these students. Now, I used to teach students before, and I've taught students for years online. I would teach Chinese students. I would teach Chinese students, students from Japan, students from South Korea. I would teach them IELTS over the years. But I stopped doing that and started training teachers and giving them tips on how they can actually get their own online classes teaching IELTS, right? But now I'm back to teaching students. I just decided to open up the class. It will be maybe a 1 or 2 classes that I'll be doing for September. It's for advanced people. It's not a beginner class. It's not for persons who are just starting out. It's for people who are advanced, people who already have a good knowledge of the English language and are willing to just learn the different tricks of the trade to increase their score. So in order to go to Canada, you need to have at least a band of 6. And when you're in the course, you'll know the different bands and what you need for the different bands and so forth, right? So you need at least a band of 6 to go to Canada. Of course, the higher you get is the better for you, especially if you're going to find work. If you can get up to a band 9, 9 is the highest, and if you can get up to a band 9, absolutely, you'll get good placement and better options will be open for you. All right. All right, so having said that, I'll be opening a IELTS preparation course in September. I'm weighing between September and October. September because I know many people will be, not really panicking, but they'll be busy trying to prepare for September and the new school year, getting everything together, and of course with the COVID and so forth. So I'm weighing my options. I may just push it down to October. So I'll leave September free for you guys to iron out all the kinks that you need to iron out regarding schools and your personal children and also the children that you teach at the school. And by October, you should have everything together and ready to have the online class. So I'm thinking of October, and I'm thinking that we'll do 4 weeks of IELTS training. So it's for advanced people. It's only for 4 weeks. So 4 weeks in October. We'll do 10 hours. So that's 2.5 weeks 2.5 hours per week, 2.5 hours per section. All right. And the sections are reading, writing, listening, and speaking. So you have 4 sections for the 4 weeks. So each week we'll do 1 section, right? All right. So the price is usually $250 for the entire 10 hours. Now I'm giving a discount between now and the end of August. You can get the course for $200. So I'm taking off $50. You can get the course for $200. If between now and the end of August, we have about 20 students signing up, then I'll drop that number even lower to $180. And if it goes to 25 students, if we register 25 students, then it will go down even lower to $150. You get it? So let me repeat that again. The original price is $250 for a 10-hour course for the entire month. For this particular course, I'm giving a discount, so I'm dropping it to $200 US. If between now and August, and that discount is for up until the end of August. After August, then the price goes back up. Between now and the end of August, if 20 students register, then I will drop that price down to $180 US. And if 25 students register, I'll drop that even further to $150 US. All right? Okay, Sade says, I'm a business teacher in JA, so how will I do it? Everything will be done online. All right? So don't worry about that. Everything will be done online. No face-to-face classes, especially now because of COVID. No face-to-face classes. And I do it online because I'm also accommodating people from abroad, like Nurbek from Kazakhstan and other teachers that have reached out to me from Pakistan, from India, from Sri Lanka. Many of them have expressed interest in joining the course. So I've decided to do it online. All right. Bear in mind that I do have a teacher trainer course for IELTS too. So I also do that too. So if you're interested in getting your own classes for yourself and to be a teacher, you can join the teacher trainer course. And that teacher trainer course is taught by a British Council veteran. He's been at the British Council for years, and he oversees the IELTS course at the British Council. So he's the best person to train you as to how to teach the IELTS course to your students. Sade is also asking, when you say advanced, what do you mean? I mean for persons who are in the Caribbean, if you're a native Caribbean English speaker, then that is advanced enough for me. And if you are a non-native English speaker from Pakistan, Sri Lanka, India, those places, if you are labeled as an advanced English, non-native English speaker, or even upper intermediate non-native English speaker, I will accept you into the course. Right? So that's what I mean when I say advanced. You just need to know English. So when I'm speaking, you can understand. And when I'm giving you the tips, you can easily navigate through the different instructions. All right? All right, so that's the IELTS preparation course for students. The IELTS preparation course, the IELTS teacher trainer course will start right after this course has ended. So this course will start about October. Like I said, I'll post the dates, but as soon as I get the date, I'll post it. Right after this student course, if you're a native English speaker and you are interested in having your own IELTS class online, let me tell you, it's a lucrative business. Like I just said, people from Pakistan, Sri Lanka, India, they all have been reaching out to me to have the students, this course. So being a part of this course can help you meet your classmates who can get you in touch with, who knows, prospective students. You'll never know. So, this is a kind of opportunity that I like to give our local teachers here in Jamaica and even teachers in the Caribbean at large. So join the course. You'll never know who you meet in the course. I'm expecting a large Indian teacher representative to join the course, and teachers from Pakistan also. So you'll never know where you get clients. So right after this student course, we'll have the teacher training course, and then we'll teach you. That course should be maybe about 6 to 8 weeks, possibly. So it will start in November and maybe take you right into the end of the year, so that you can start teaching your IELTS course by the top of the year, which is 2021, right? And like I said, you can teach online. And once you teach online, the world is your playing field. You can get students from all over, from Russia, from China, from Venezuela, from Kazakhstan. All right. So if there are beginner students who would want me to teach them, I'm not opposed to it. It's just that this class in particular, I would like only advanced learners to be in the class or native English speakers. I don't like the mixed classes when it comes to these IELTS class. I prefer if I have learners that are on the same page, have the same English ability, and that I can teach quickly to get certain concepts and get them going so that they can, you know, you know, get their maximum score. For the beginner students, you have some persons know more than some persons English are more advanced than others. It gets a bit tricky when teaching those persons. But like I said, if I get enough persons for the beginner course, I'm not opposed to teaching a class, just not for October, maybe at another time. Right? So you guys can always reach out. So let me know if you have any questions, any concerns, any queries. Like I said, like and share the video. If you're on YouTube, subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. And let me give a person from the employment agency a call again just to see where he's at. Shade is asking, how do we register and pay? I will send something out. Hopefully by next week, Monday, you should see a post go out on, there's just going to be an online form that you'll fill out. And then some online options is where you can either, hold on a second. Hi, Darren, are you almost ready? Okay. All right, no problem. Uh, all right, no problem. All right, so he has been held up for a while, but he'll be coming on. So stay on if you want to hear more about how you can be placed. So before I continue, remember to share, like, subscribe so that your other friends can know about these opportunities. Sade is saying, I do hope the classes don't clash with Jamaica's time, seeing that we'll be at work during the day. The classes are in the evening hours. And I am toying with the idea of having classes on the weekend because it's just 2.5 hours each week. I could just do a 2.5 hour class every Sunday, for example, every Sunday evening or every Sunday afternoon, and just back that out. I mean, you understand, it's not very long. We could sit in a class for 2.5 hours and talk strategies and talk tips and techniques. During my classes, I do have guest speakers, and I do have a mock exam. So you will actually be coming in, doing the course, and then at the end you sit a mock exam with an actual British Council examiner. So you'll get a feel of how the exam will be, and you'll get his advice for you. You know, after the exam, he'll tell you what you did well, what you need to improve on, and all of that. So it's an all-inclusive course. There's no other course like that that allows a British Council examiner. He's an IELTS examiner that comes in and actually gives you a mock exam. And he comes in, I will also have him come in and address the students, let them know what you guys need to do in order to improve your score, and what tips and techniques you can use, and what additional thing that you need to do. Hi, Shelly, and what if you attend a shift school? Do you guys attend school on Sundays? Let me know. Like I said, I'm toying with the idea of just having a 2.5 hour class on Sunday. And that should also work for persons who are living in other countries and dealing with other time zones, like I just said, those in India, Pakistan, and so forth. They may just, be okay. I don't want to do it early Sunday morning because I know people don't want to go to church or would want to tune into online church. So I'd rather do it in the afternoon or close to the evening hours. All right. So let me know how you think about that. So I will leave the week free for you guys because, the back and forth, you have family, you have online school, you have classes, you have to go to classes, and it's a lot. So I think just having one class a week on Sunday. It's 2.5 hours each. I think that's the best thing to do. All right. For those who are just coming in and did not hear, I am starting the IELTS preparation course, hopefully in October. It will be a 10-hour course for 4 weeks. We will be doing 2.5 hours per week, and we will be doing the 4 sections: reading, writing, listening, and speaking. If you need to go to Canada, you'll need to have at least a score of 6. The highest score is 9. Of course, the higher you get, of course, the better it is for you, because you have more options when it comes to work or even school. Scholarship options and stuff like that. The higher grade or the higher score you get, is the more those options are open for you. All right. The pricing, or the original price, is $250 for each student for 10 hours. Between now and August, I am dropping that price down to $200. And then if between now and August, the student numbers go up to 20, I will drop that even further to $180. And then if we get 25 students registered, then the cost will go even further down to $150. So the onus is on you, if you want to join the course, to send out the information to your friends, send out to the information to teachers who want to go to Canada, send out the information to caregivers, to nurses, persons in the medical field. Canadians are looking for persons in the medical field, persons who are caregivers, who are nannies, and everybody needs to do the IELTS, right? So send that information out, get the numbers up so that we can bring the price down. All right. If we get more than 25 students, I will have to split the class in 2. All right. So and even 25 sounds like a lot. Yeah. So, but I'll split the class in 2. I don't like to do big numbers for classes, because then you get lost. You know what I mean? Students get lost in translation. And I like that one-on-one feeling. Every student like that one-on-one feeling. So I'll keep the numbers down. So even if I get 25 students, I may split that 25 into 2 and have 2 classes on Sundays. Understand? But you won't miss out. If you're in one class, you won't miss out on the other class, because you'll get the same exact content. Same exact, okay? Shelley says, what do you mean by scores? Please explain. So for IELTS, you have different band scores that you have to pass. Just like with CXC, CSEC, you have, if you pass, you get a 3 or a 1 or a distinction, whatever it is. So for IELTS, you have the different band scores. It starts at 1. It actually starts at 0, but don't look at the 0. It starts from 1 and it goes straight up to 9. 9 is the highest, right? And for you to go to Canada, you have to have at least a 6 in order for you to get to Canada. So I was saying to everyone that even though, yes, 6 is really the passing score, you don't want to aim for a 6. You're aiming for the 9, because you want to get the highest that you can get. Because once you get the high mark, then more options are open for you. Now, if you are a student, suppose you are currently a student at UTech, UWI. Hi, Miss Juna. Miss Juna is tuning in from UTech. If you are a student from UTech, or you are a graduate from UTech and you're looking to go to Canada, this is the course to be in. Like I said, I'm waiting for the employment agency representative to make it in. He was held up. He apologizes. But as soon as he tunes in, then, you can always ask your questions about how he places people in Canada, what kind of jobs he places people in, what is he looking for? Are there any additional requirements other than the IELTS? Are there any additional requirements that you may need for Canada? All of that you're gonna, talk to him about. So he comes highly recommended by me, and I've known him for several years, and I've been in partnership with him. So if you hear me say I'm placing people somewhere, it's usually through him. because I'm not a placement agency. I mean, my company is not a placement agency. My company is more training and online tutorial, courses. All right. So he will come on and talk a little bit more. And let me just tell you, hi, Shade. Shade is asking, will we do the exam with you after we finish the course? Remember that the exam is done at UE. It's not done with me. It's done at UE. What I mentioned was that there will be a mock exam at the end of my course. That is the assessment for my course. There will be a mock exam. So you'll sit in that mock exam, online, of course, with a British Council examiner, and he will take you through the exam as if you're in an actual exam, because he's an actual IELTS examiner from the British Council. You can't get that anywhere else, people. Who else is going to take a British Council examiner and take you in and give you an actual feel of what the exam will be all about? So he'll take you through, he'll ask you the questions just like a normal exam, and then at the end, he'll give you feedback, what you did well, what you didn't do well, what you need to improve on, etc., etc. I will have him come on before, though, to give you a pep talk and for you to ask any questions that you want to ask for him. So like I said, he's an IELTS examiner, so he has all the insider information, honey. Of course, he will tell you as much as he can, because of course, conflict of interest, so he may not be able to answer some of the questions, but he'll try to answer as many as possible. All right. Is there a website where I can get more information on this? I'm new to this. There should be a website. I think if you go onto the British Council website, you should get something, because it is, the IELTS exam is prepared and administered by the British Council. All right. So, but I'm gonna just put this in the comments for you. It's IELTS.com. Did you see that there? IELTS.com. I'll put it on the banner also, so you can see it on the screen. But like I said, if you are interested in learning more, just go to British Council website, the British Council in your country, and they should have that information about IELTS, because it is administered through the British Council. So even though you go to UE to do the exam, the British Council is the one that takes the examination papers to UE and gets the examiners trained and all of that. You know what I mean? So they are the ones that does all of that. All right, no problem, Shelly Ann. Like I said, when the British Council IELTS examiner comes onto the course that I'm doing, you can ask him all the questions. But you know me, anybody knows me that have spoken to me, I always say to people, research, research, research. If you know you want to go to Canada, research, research, research. And if you're trying to get to Canada, but you can't take that straight route to Canada, because if you're going to go to Canada, they ask you to have a certain amount of funds in your bank account, and they have certain requirements that you need in order to go to Canada. If you don't have that, find another route. Take another way to go to Canada. For example, there's a teacher friend of mine that came to me and said, I want to go to Canada. I love the country. I've been doing some research, and that's the place I want to be. Right at that moment, she didn't have the money that the Canadians were asking her to have in her bank account, and there were certain other things that she didn't have, including the IELTS. She hadn't done the IELTS course as yet. And I said to her, okay, what are your options? And we looked at the different options, and one option was to go to Japan and save. And that's what she did. She applied for the Interact course, and when that employment agency representative comes on, we'll talk more about Interact. But she went to Interact, and she stayed for maybe 2 years, if I'm not mistaken, and saved her money. And then from there went to Canada. So don't think it's just a straight shoot to Canada all the time. Not everybody can do that. Sometimes you have to go somewhere else in order to be where you want to be. Sometimes you have to take a detour in order to get where you want to be. And that's a good life lesson, right? Sometimes the place where we want to be and the place we see ourselves in the next 3 to 5 years, sometimes where we're at now we can't take a straight route. We got to do some detours in order to get there. So what are your detours that you need to take in order to get to Canada, where you want to be? All right. All right. Any more questions? Waiting for some more questions. If not, like I said, like and subscribe and share the video. Like, subscribe, and share the video. So let me continue and repeat what I said. I am thankful, I am grateful for all the viewership for the Live with Venice program. We have been interviewing people for the past 2 months, and we've got a lot of persons viewing and engaging on our platform. And I'm grateful and I'm thankful. Thank you, guys. You don't know the opportunities that have opened up for me because you have viewed the Live with Venice. You'll see those opportunities sometime coming up in a few months, where the Live with Venice show has now evolved into an even bigger show with a bigger platform. But I won't say much. I will just invite you to keep on watching this space as we transform your life, as we try to send blessings your way, because when we bless, and I send the blessings down to you, so the blessings just are rolling up. So it is my privilege to bless you and to connect you with people that can help you to make your life better and for you to live your best life, right? Kay, is there an age limit for persons who want to apply? Okay, so for persons coming to my course, there's no age limit, but it depends on the jobs that you're looking for, the work. Even if you're going to kind of a school, it really depends. So I would ask you to wait for Mr. Lawrence to come on. He'll be coming on any second now. And for persons who want to register for my course, there is no age limit. For my course, no age limit. But for the jobs, every job is different. And Canada has their specific requirements, all right? So we have Mr. Lawrence now online, guys. Let me get this off. Let me get this off the screen, because we have the man of the hour. We have the gentleman who is ready to change your life, Mr. Darren Lawrence from IELTS International Employment Agency. He is now here ready to talk to you. So listen to me. Get your mother, get your sister, get your brother, get everybody. We're ready to talk about how we can get to Canada. So welcome everyone, Mr. Lawrence, to the platform. Now, Mr. Lawrence, you see I'm a big you up already.
You make me blush, Venice.
You know that I had to big you up, right? I had to set you up, man, because we're setting you up for success. And
That's
everybody on, and they're waiting to hear what you have in store for us. People are asking questions. So as Mr. Lawrence is talking, just put your questions in, and I will, when he's finished, then I will take your questions, all right? So Mr. Lawrence, over to you. Just briefly introduce yourself and introduce your company. Let us know how long you've been doing this.
Okay. All right. So my name is Darren Lawrence, and I represent my company, IELTS. In my capacity, I'm one of the directors, one of the founding directors, and I am the director of recruiting, and I guess sales and marketing. So we are based in Jamaica, but we find employment for primarily Jamaicans, but not exclusively Jamaicans, to foreign market. Currently, our biggest client are Japanese, so we send a lot of people to work in Japan annually. And right now, we're in the process of firming up a couple of very large contracts in Canada, and the numbers are rather large. They're asking for a lot of people in personal support work, and so that's one of the first areas that we're going to be venturing in Canada. And IELTS program that is key. This what Venice is doing is key to be successful to even get it, because that is a requirement. So for the people who are going to be going to Canada through us on these programs, they have to get IELTS certified before they can get over there. And that's why there's a partnership with us and Venice. So it's excellent. And what you have to look forward to, you have things like working in Canada for 2 years, and then at the end of 2 years, you get permanent residency and you can take your family with you. That's exciting. Because like for the Japan program, everybody who goes there, they have to go by themselves. And then maybe after a year, they can take. And Japanese don't give permanent residency unless you're working there for 12 years. So when I see things like that, that means the door is open for opportunity. And my whole thing is since coming back to Jamaica is getting Jamaicans employment overseas to expose them that hopefully they can do like what I did and come back to give opportunities to other Jamaicans. I think that's how we pay it forward. So that's pretty much what we do here. You know, we are an international employment agency. Canada is one market that we're going to be venturing in. We're venturing into the United States. We're venturing into the shipping industry. And we also have the Asian market where we send people over into Asia. But with regards to Canada, I will definitely be plugging Venice and saying that, listen, get on board this program because you can't come through me without going through her. That's one of the truth.
There you go. There you go. All right, Darren. Now I have a couple of questions before I go to the viewers. One, when you say personal support workers, be specific. What kind of workers come under that banner? Personal support workers.
Now, personal support workers, caregivers, and they can be working in old age homes. I guess you call them senior retirement homes. Right. They can also be working just childhood support. You know, they can just be working with rehab support, right? There is a very large market for those people there in Canada. Sometimes from Jamaica, you actually have nurses who are trained nurses who sign up for that program because it's an easy route in, and you can work in the industry for 2 years, get yourself your residency, and then you can branch out into anything else that you were doing before. So that's really what personal support workers mean.
All right. So you are just looking for caregivers at this point. Are you saying then that maybe, you know, over the years or in the next couple of months, it may open up to more workers?
Yeah, no, that's how business is. You start where you start. And then you have meetings with different people. And while you're having your meetings, other meetings engender, you have other meetings that get created. And I know that we were never looking towards Canada. And it just so happened that, it's a funny story. I was picking a map. and somebody,
I know the story.
Yeah, you know the story. We keep it between us, Venice. And somebody told us about it. And then we inquired into the markets. And then we hired an agency to go and do some further digging. And yeah, the market is actually real and it's viable.
Yes.
So the next, and after we get that one put to bed, the next thing we can do is get into like teaching or whatever else. Currently, teaching is up our alley because we send people to go and teach in Asia.
In Asia, right.
We're very familiar with this market, and us going into the personal support work is a branch into something new. But when you're a headhunter and a recruiter, it's all the same. Our whole thing is that we have to find a very good client who will take care of the person, because human trafficking is real. And
it sure is.
That's something that we don't want any Jamaican national to be in any undue stress in a foreign country. So we have to ensure that these guys, and they have to line up with our principles and values, right? And once that's when we can do business together. But we have it has to be mutually beneficial.
Great. So another question that I have for you, I'm hearing a bit of an echo, but another question I have for you also is, can teachers, if I'm a teacher here in Jamaica or any Caribbean country, and I'm thinking of going to Canada, can I switch over and do the caregiver program in Canada? Absolutely. Or do they have specific medical things that I need to do? For example, do I need to have a nursing certificate in order to, what are the specific requirements to be a caregiver in Canada?
Okay, so there's special training that needs to be done for anybody who is going to go on that program. And we're partnered with a company next door us in our complex, and they are responsible for training people and making them skilled up to be able to do this. You know, currently you always go with low hanging fruit, and the nurses have all the basic training and more, right? But the truth of the matter is anybody can be trained, and unlike countries like Japan where you're required to have a first degree, you do not have to have a first degree. You just have to have these kinds of training. You know, you have to get training in the support work, you have to get certifications in this. And of course, this is something that comes at a cost. You have to pay to get yourself certified, right? But I always say, look, you know, think long term. Look at the bigger picture. If I need to do something to get somewhere so that I can live a better life, I think I should do that. You know, because when you say young people spending so much money to buy an iPhone, and instead of certifying themselves, spending like a $200 to get themselves certified to give them a job that's going to pay them $30,000-$40,000 a year. It's ridiculous, you know. So it's always you have to weigh what you have to do. So you're right. Teachers can go into that and then segue back into their teaching because
teaching, right?
After you get your residency, you are free to do whatever you want to do.
Exactly.
But you're only bonded to that industry for 2 years. If you leave the industry within the 2 years, you will not get the visa. And that's one of the stipulations. So
all right. Okay. All right. So Sandra Juna is asking, where are you located in Jamaica?
I'm located in Kingston, Jamaica. We're located off Old Hope Road in a complex called Seymour Park. And we're Unit 21. And if you want to find us on social media, just look on Instagram at IELTS Jamaica, or you can go on Facebook, IELTS Jamaica again, and you can find us on our website, IELTSJamaica.com. And it gives you all the information.
All right, I'm going to put that up.
Yes.
All right, hold on a second. I want to put that up on the screen. That's the address. Give me the IELTS.com.
IELTS.
IELTS.
IELTSJamaica.com.
So I'm going to put that up on the screen. Hold on a second, guys. All right, let me know if you guys have any more questions for Mr. Lawrence. Mr. Lawrence, talk a little bit more about your teaching program and going to Japan.
Excellent.
Is it only Japan that you send teachers?
Yeah, currently, yes. Japan has the largest market for the IELTS right now. And, you know, Japan is a lot safer to go to than most other countries, right? And, you know, like I lived in Japan for 9 years. So I am very familiar with just their business ethics, and they are so honest. You know, what they say is what you get, you know, and so I'm very comfortable with sending Jamaicans here. That program, you would have to go to our website, IELTS Jamaica, and there's a company called Interact. We hire about 300 Jamaicans annually. And in this year, we are down to our last 100 positions left. And the positions start next year, March. And that is, next year, March to June. And we really recruit almost a year in advance, because whenever you're going to make a transition to a foreign country, you can't go over there broke. So you have to have a little bit of seed money to get yourself set up, because they do not pay for housing, and like how a lot of other companies say they pay for it. A lot of those things are sunk costs. They tell you they pay for it, and when you get there, you're realizing that your paycheck is being garnished. So, but you go there and you set up your housing. They find the places for you to live and all that stuff. They give you things like a car, they give you transportation, those kinds of things. Plus the wage is fair. It's a good wage. It's a very good wage. Very good wage compared to what they make in Jamaica. And you get a chance to live in Japan. That alone in itself is wonderful. And for now, where I'm going to have to leave Venice in a few minutes, is that I am recruiting currently, and I have 15 candidates that I'm interviewing today. And right now, my wife is in an information session with them, and she's telling them all the benefits. And there's a young lady who was there 2 years ago. She took a 1 year break, and she wants to get back there. And she told us that she loves traveling the world. Now, I know when I met her 4 years ago, she wasn't a world traveler. So I asked her in front of everybody, how many countries have you visited since you've gone to Japan? And she said 6. And I said, there you go.
Wow.
Because what people don't understand is that to travel from Japan to anywhere else in the world is cheaper than traveling from anywhere else to Japan. Because that's all Japanese. They travel all over the globe. You always see Japanese with their cameras. So you can find flights from Tokyo to London for $200. That's ridiculous. So you just take that opportunity. But as I say, that is a good program. The company is called Interact. You go to IELTS Jamaica. If you go IELTSJamaica.com/interact, it will take you directly to that page, and it will tell you all about the program. It's a wonderful program, and it's good. You spend a few years in Japan, and then you branch off and you jump somewhere else. Or you learn Japanese, and the company that owns that company is a multi-billion-dollar company. It's a multinational, and you can probably move up through the company and make it 6 figures or whatever.
Right. Or I was saying to them just now, you could go to Japan and then from Japan segue and go to Canada if you so desire, if Canada is the place you want to. All right.
Tons of
Sandra is asking if you already have a diploma in practical nursing and childcare development, will you need further training?
The answer is yes. The IELTS course, you have to do that. That's further training.
You have to do the IELTS, right?
That's one. And there's certain certifications that you have to do. Sometimes it looks like refresher courses, but if it is a stipulation, you have to do it, right? And that is usually determined by the company that we're in partnership with to get all the Jamaicans trained. So you may have a certain level of training and they may say you only need to do X and Y instead of X, Y, and Z. Or they may say, oh, perfect, you have everything. So you will probably just have to do maybe sensitivity training or whatever it is to gear you towards that mark. Especially in times like COVID, there are new training protocols that you're going to have to go through, right? Because you know that the elderly, they are the most the most the demographic that is severely affected by COVID. So
right, they're the most vulnerable.
That's the word I was looking for. Thank you.
All right, I understand that Kay is asking, is there an age limit? I know there's no age limit to do the IELTS, but is there an age limit to go to Canada?
Not from what I have seen. I guess when we
so as
sign
long as
on,
you're 18 and over, it's fine, correct?
We're not looking. Yeah, we're looking for adults. We're not trafficking children, so we're looking for adults, people who can on, and you know, it can be legal.
Say they can go with their family. Is this children and spouse only, or if I have a living partner but we're not married, can I take that person with me?
Yeah, we were talking about that, and the answer is yes, because you will notice in countries like Canada and the United States, common law relationships are equivalent to marriage.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's quite interesting. Okay, guys, I'm not seeing any more questions, and I know Mr. Lawrence has to go. So there is the website, and when you go on the website, the numbers will be there, right? Your phone numbers and the office number will be there for persons to contact you in case they want to ask more questions. All right. One thing before you go, Mr. Lawrence, just for persons who are local here, let us know if you are registered with the Ministry of Labor.
You know, that's so beautiful. The other day when I was away, I got a phone call from my recruiting coordinator, and she said, Mr. Lawrence, somebody called us and said that they called the ministry and they said that you were not registered. I said, that's crazy. That's impossible. My application went in since March for my renewal for my registration. Right. And so I picked up the phone and I called the Ministry of Labor and I said, guys, this is a joke. and somebody actually called and told us, and they said, okay, because of COVID, apparently a lot of them were working from home and some things.
Right.
Last week Friday they called me and said we must come and pick up our certificate. So
All
we're fully
right.
ready. We're good to go.
So you have renewed because you've been doing this for years. So
Cheers.
you've been in the industry, you know what's going on, you know how to get Jamaicans and other nationalities out there. So if you're not Jamaican, please don't be daunted. There may be a space for you if we can just sit, Mr. Lawrence will sit with you, talk with you, and see how best he can help you out. All right.
Yeah.
But he is fully registered with the Ministry of Labor, so fear not. And I wouldn't be doing business with people that's not fully registered. You know me already. All right. All right. So, Mr. Lawrence, I'm gonna bid you farewell. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. And I know we're gonna get a whole heap of people going to Canada through you. All right.
Glenn, all the best, and I'm looking forward to all of you guys. Feel free, the offices are open. Give us a call, and you can stop by, and we can chat some more.
Okay. All right. Thanks so much, Mr. Lawrence. So, guys, you have heard it here. You have now options to go to Canada. You have the option to do the IELTS course with me, and then you have the option to be placed through Mr. Lawrence and his placement agency. What more would you want? It's a great package, all right? When you complete the course, will you be given a certificate? Yes, you'll be given a certificate from my company. You won't be getting a certificate from the British Council or from IELTS, but it's from my company. So it's just a local certificate that you'll be getting. So yes, you'll get a certificate of completion where you can take it and put it on your resume if you so desire. But what really people are looking forward to is the actual exam and getting that examination slip to say, okay, I have passed with a band score of 9, right? Because 9 is the highest, and we know everybody's going to be passing with a band score of 9. All right, for those who could not come on to hear Mr. Lawrence, I will leave this video on my YouTube channel and on my Facebook page. Share to your friends, to your students, to your family members, persons who are interested in going to Canada, because we want the numbers to go up. You heard that Mr. Lawrence was saying that the agencies in Canada, they're looking for big numbers for the caregiving program. If you are not a caregiver, you don't have to worry. We do work with another training institute in Jamaica that can get your skills up to date, and that you can just go right into the caregiver program in Canada. So guys, between now and the end of the year, this is my leaving advice to you. Start an audit of your life. Do an audit of your life and see, what do I want to do? Where do I need to be in the next 3 to 5 years? Do I still need to be in Jamaica? If I'm still in Jamaica, what do I need to be doing? What is my best life? How do I envision my best life, and how do I get there? And if in the next 3 to 5 years you want to be in Canada, you and your family to be in Canada, now is the time to start getting ready. So by now and December, you'll be fully ready for the IELTS. You can take the IELTS. My advice to you is to start applying for the IELTS for now. Apply to do the exam, because there's a little waiting period. So if you can start to apply from now to do the exam, maybe by December you can actually sit the exam, and then from the exam go straight into Canada by next year. Start your audit, see where you have been, where you are now, and where you are heading. That's what we call a life audit. Just take a bunch of paper. See, I have paper here. Just paper. Get a book, get a journal if you so desire, and start writing where you need to be, how you envision your life. You can have the different headings. What do you want for your family? What do you want for your academic life? What do you want for your physical life and your health and your well-being, your mental health, all of that? Put that down And where do you envision all of those aspects of your life to be in the next 3 to 5 years? And get it. Start getting it together. Start working towards it. Yes, you may have to invest some money, but guess what? That's what you have to do for a better life. And remember that this opportunity also comes with you taking your entire family to Canada, right? So let's get to it, all right? So the IELTS course, I'll be sending out something hopefully by Monday. I'll tell you what the course dates are. And you heard what the prices were. Let me just review the prices again. Originally, for 10-hour IELTS preparation course, it's $250 US. But between now and August, you will get a price of $200 US for 4 weeks for that 10 hours. All right. If we have 20 students registered, it will go down to $180 US. And even if we have 25 students, it'll go even more, down to $150 US. So get on board, guys. Get on board. I will send out all the registration information and payment options that you can make on Monday. So look out for that. And if you have no more questions, I'm gonna bid you farewell. Let me know if you have any more questions. Remember to share, because the more when you share the video, when you like the video and subscribe to the channel, then you get the word out there, right? People get to know, and people get to change your life and change your family, right? Send it to your co-workers, to your colleagues, and send it to people that you know just need to change their life, just need a change, right? And the classes for the IELTS, I'm thinking of doing it on a Sunday, possibly Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening. And we'll do for 4 weeks only, 2.5 hours each. And we'll do each section for each week: reading, writing, listening, and speaking. All right? So if you have any more questions, feel free to email me. You know where to get me, right? Let me put up that banner on so you'll find out where to get me. My email address is here, hellohappyteachers@gmail.com. Of course, you can find me on Facebook and on YouTube, but generally you can just email me, ask me any questions. On Instagram, I am Benice Irving. On Twitter, I am Benice Irving also. So you can always contact me whenever you're ready. All right, I have one more comment here, and then, okay. Thanks, Benice. Benice says very informative. Thank you. Okay, so guys, I'm going to bid you farewell. Thank you guys for tuning in. And like I said, I'm going to take a break for the rest of August and start Live with Benice interviews again in September. And look for a new and improved show with a bigger audience and a bigger platform. Thanks, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.